Hello. Hey everyone. Welcome back to Pokemon. It's been a little while. But the DLC, it kind of surprised me. I had no idea. I just looked up because I was a bit curious. It's like, oh, when is this Pokemon DLC supposed to come out? It comes out next week. So I thought we'd do a bit of a shiny hunt to build up some anticipation for the new DLC. So welcome everybody. Hello, Maya, Mazda, and anybody else who might be watching or lurking as well. And anybody who's watching this VOD after the fact. Cool, so let's get into it. So there is an event right now, so Litwick and I think, what is it, Floette are appearing a lot, so those will just be happening. I think we'll start with Ralts, the Ralts outbreak. Let's see how we go. So I'm kind of just going to be doing outbreak hunting. It's the typical shiny hunt, nothing too exciting. Pretty much what you've come to expect from this this channel. That's Poliwag. That's not Litwick. This is Litwick. Well, while we're here, we may as well do this outbreak, I suppose. So this shiny has a light blue flame instead of a, like, more darker blue. It's quite a nice shiny, actually. Litwick. Yeah, I'm not hunting for anything in particular, just whatever I can get is what I get. So hopefully everyone's doing okay. Feels good to be back. And I'm very much looking forward to the DLC next week. Generally not too fussed about what we get. As long as we get something, of course. I would hate to not get any shinies, but sometimes that's just the way things go. You can't watch right now. Be a big chirping. Thank you, Master. I appreciate that. Hopefully everything goes okay when you're out. Take care. Thanks for stopping by. It means a lot. It was a bit laggy for a second there. Yeah, Litwick is kind of one of those shinies that's not really easy to see. Unless you see them like side by side. Yeah, instead of being like this like sort of purplish blue, it's like a sky blue, the flame part. Yeah, definitely excited for the DLC. Obviously, I'm looking forward to seeing the continuation of the story. And there's going to be some really cool Pokemon that you can get. So, for example, all of the starters are going to be available in the wild, which is insane, to be honest. Well, all the starters, other than this game's starters, I think. So the Gen 1 through 8 starter Pokemon are all going to be available in the wild, which is kind of crazy. Nothing like that has ever been done before. Like, Pokemon games have given you starters from like an earlier generation before, but never have been able to just like catch and encounter them in the wild. So that's going to be really exciting. And I think there's going to be some returning legendaries as well, which is always fun. Hopefully the mechanic to get them isn't going to be as mind-numbing as the raids in Pokemon Sword and Shield. Which I never did finish getting that Blacephalon. I suppose we shall see. Time will tell, I guess. Ah, Wooper. For a second I thought it was a shiny, what's his name? Poliwag. A shiny Poliwag is that sort of light blue. But alas, it was not. Yeah, at some point before the DLC comes out, I need to like actually sort out my Pokemon in this game because I think I've almost filled up all of my box spots between all my shiny hunts, my just catching Pokemon, all that sort of stuff. So I need to send some Pokemon home, I think. That's going to be fun one of these days, just sitting down, just popping Pokemon over to home. Or I should do the same for Legends as well, Pokemon Legends Arceus. And then I guess after the Indigo Disc, it rides in the parking spot, Mexico says, alright, be safe, and take care of yourself. Enjoy that ice cream. Yeah, after the Indigo Disc, I guess the question then comes to what's the next Pokemon game going to be? So Nintendo has, I think, they came out and said that they're not planning on doing a, you know, the quote-unquote, the Switch 2, or whatever it would be, anytime soon. Because going by, like, the cycle, they should be releasing a new console next year. But they've said they're not going to do that. So, I guess the big question is, are we going to get a Pokemon game before the next-gen console comes out or not? Don't know. I suppose time will tell. Oops. I don't think we'll get a mainline Pokemon game, sorry. I reckon we might get another Legends game. I hope we get another Legends game, actually. And maybe... Some people reckon there'll be another, like, Let's Go. I don't think so. I don't think those games, performed well enough to justify sequels. It's shiny. Hey, there we go. That is really hard to tell. I thought it would be easier to tell than that, but apparently not. Well, there we go. We already got one shiny. That's a good start. It's a great start. Dive ball. I didn't want to use a dive ball. That is the worst ball to catch this thing in. Oh well. I meant to use a dusk ball, but I guess a dive ball works just as well. Alright, first shiny of the stream. Is it a bit easier to see? Oh yeah, you can tell because his eye is green as well, yeah. Instead of being like, What color's your eye normally? What color's your eye, buddy? Yellow, okay. But damn, that flame looks exactly the same. I thought the flame would be the giveaway, but the flame was absolutely not the giveaway. It looked almost identical to the rest of these guys. But that's one shiny already, so... Shiny in not even 15 minutes. It's a great start. Yeah, these shiny hunt streams are always a bit weird. You really have no idea how much you're gonna get, you know? Sometimes you get ridiculous amounts, you know? Not so much in Pokemon Violet as, like, Legends, for instance, but... Definitely the level of variability is very high. You could get, you know, 10 shinies in one stream, or you could get none. That's just life. I would definitely look forward to another Legends game if they were to make that. Hopefully they will. I'm pretty sure Legends Arceus sold well enough that it would justify a second Legends. But whether they do or not, who knows. You guys know how not Twitch. Nintendo can be. Nintendo can be a little funny when it comes to what games they choose to make more of and which ones they don't. Outbreak should be clearing up any second now. Something interesting about the next DLC is apparently like it's going to be focused on double battles, which is a bit unusual. Don't know how I feel about that. I'm not the biggest fan of double battles, truth be told. But supposedly that's what the DLC is going to focus on. Weeping Bell. Alright, let's hit this Ralts outbreak now. Ah, preachy enough. This is another funny outbreak. Okay, there's one route. So where are the rest? Is this one of those outbreaks where they spawn inside the mountain? I'm not sure. Yeah, the outbreak system in this game, as good as it is in many ways, it's a bit glitchy. So I think the relatives can only spawn up on this green area. But there's not that many, like, spawn points, I think is the problem. Yeah, outbreak's gonna be a pain in the ass. Now, since it's the edge of the world, I can't climb up the mountain. I was thinking I could climb up to make the other Pokemon despawn, but I don't think that's gonna work. What's this? Oh, invisible wall city. Fair enough. Respawn inside this mountain? No. I don't think this outbreak's worth pursuing, just because it would take so long for, like, any serious progress to be made. So we'll move on to a different outbreak. It's a shame, but that's okay. Chimeco could be an interesting outbreak. Alright, let's go. I think Shiny Chimeco, his tag is like, instead of being like a reddish color, it's more of an orange. I believe. Yeah, Chimeco is one of those Pokemon that I think, it was originally meant to be more than just a regular Pokemon, but they didn't end up doing anything with it. That's my understanding. Oh. Definitely one of those Pokemon where you sort of just have to wonder, like it's a cute Pokemon and all that, but why does it exist? There's a few Pokemon like that. Charger Bug. Frame rate is still wrecked in this area. I wonder if they'll finally fix up the frame rate by the time the final DLC comes out. I'm not terribly optimistic, but... No, I think the big issue with the frame rate is just an engine problem. Like, the engine literally just can't handle the game that they made. Which is a pity. should look up shiny Chimeco. Let's actually get a better idea how it looks. Okay. Kuroneko Cerebi. Gen 9. Okay, yes, its body is more of a yellowish color than blue, and the tag at the bottom is like orange instead of red. Yep. You're finally home. Welcome home. Oh god. There we go. Welcome home. Make sure you take your medicines and stuff. No, you're not shiny. We should be able to tell what the, you've taken it. Well, that's good. I know it probably wasn't very nice, but it should help, hopefully. Yeah, I think with like cough medicine and stuff like that, don't they deliberately make it not nice to consume? Because they don't want people, like, chugging the whole bottle. I'm pretty sure that's a thing. You got lozenges? The lozenges are usually not too bad. At least the ones that I've taken. But I'm pretty sure in terms of, like, cough syrup and stuff like that, it's deliberately, like, made to be kind of unpleasant. It's got stuff in it that can elicit, you know, a high or something. The pharmacist recommended it, that's good. Pharmacists know their stuff. Here we call them chemists. Did you know that? Doesn't make you sleepy, that's good. Hey Rex, how you doing? Yeah, in Australia we call pharmacists chemists, which I think is the same as the UK. If I'm not mistaken. Good to see you, Rex. Hopefully you're doing okay. Okay, there's not many Chimeco left. Do I want to actually hunt this outbreak? I kind of do. I kind of want a shiny Chimeco. Alright, let's, I think I'll probably use the runaway method for this. I still see them down there. Shiny what? Shiny Chimeco. This guy. Did you hear it right? Did you hear what right? You heard wrong? Why? What did you hear? Oh, Charmander. Well, in the next DLC, you can hunt shiny Charmander, I think. Because I believe all of the starters are going to be appearing in the wild, so not just Charmander, but Squirtle and Bulbasaur too. You don't even have this DLC. I'm sure you can get it. We'll figure it out. It'll be like the time I bought you the Power Wash DLC live on stream. I'll buy you the Pokemon DLC live on stream. No, I didn't buy you the DLC, I just bought you Power Wash Simulator, that's right. That was fun. We'll talk about it later, yes. Yes. Yeah, you actually can't, as far as I'm aware, I don't think you can actually buy the DLCs separately. I think you have to buy the... It's called like the expansion pass or something like that, and it's both of them. I'm pretty sure. I don't think you can like actually say like, oh, I want this one but not that one. I think you have to buy both. I could be wrong, but... Fair enough, yes. It's convenient. I guess. Like, you pay once and get it all. Although I could see people being like, oh, but I don't want this DLC, I just want this one. You know, back in my day, we were able to buy the DLCs separately. That sort of thing. Like, I do get it, but realistically, like, I feel like probably like 99% of players, if you're gonna buy one of the DLCs for Pokemon, you probably want them both, let's be honest. The good thing about Pokemon moving towards DLCs as opposed to like a third version, quote unquote, it is cheaper that way. Because, like, they could easily do what they've done in the past. Like, so you know how, like, they had Ruby, Sapphire, and then later they released Emerald. They could easily do that with Scarlet and Violet, right? Like, they could turn around and make Indigo, Pokemon Indigo or something like that. And it would be a full-priced game. And it would be, you know, the original games plus, like, a couple of extra areas. That's what Pokemon used to do. But now they do DLCs, so it's a bit cheaper. No, but it's not just they're not doing it because they love us so much because we've been such good fans or whatever. They're trying to save us money. They're doing it because the third versions don't sell as well. They never have. So from their perspective, it's actually not worth making the third version, because it doesn't sell as well as the original thing. So Emerald didn't sell as well as Ruby and Sapphire, Platinum didn't sell as well as Diamond and Pearl, and so on. Even like when they did with Generation 5, they did Black 2 and White 2, which weren't really third versions, they were actually, like, sequels. But they didn't sell as well, either. So, yeah, it's complicated. It's pretty much the full explanation there. My brain is full of useless information like this. Thank you for that explanation. That's okay. I figure somebody else ought to know instead of just me. Ah. Don't call it useless. To be fair, I called it useless before I saw your message saying saying thank you. Oh no. The Quack Bazooka. Yeah, I'm glad that people find my random information interesting or helpful. Something else that was interesting, between like the colors of Pokemon games, like you know the version's always colored. The ones that are like the more bluish sort of colors tend to do better. Hey Azure, how you doing? Hope you're doing okay. So like for instance, Pokemon Diamond did better than Pearl, because Diamond is blue, Pearl was pink. Pokemon Blue did better than Pokemon Red. Pokemon Sword did better than Shield. Violet was better than Scarlet. In terms of sales, I mean. Which I wonder why. I wonder why the bluer versions tend to do better. I guess more people like blue than red. But yeah, welcome Asher, welcome. Hope you're doing okay, buddy. We've gotten one shiny so far. I don't know if people saw that. We got a shiny Litwick. Which, there's like a million Litwick outbreaks right now because of the event. There's another Litwick outbreak, there's another Litwick outbreak. There's another one. And so on and so forth. There's another one up here, like right here. There we go. Since we got a few people here now, I guess. Because I was talking with Maya earlier about this. Would people be interested in seeing like an extended stream? So between 8, 10, 12 hours, that sort of thing. Would people actually watch if I were to do something like that? I know Maya's answer is already yes. I don't need to ask. Although you're welcome to say yes if you want, Maya. But I don't know if anybody else who's watching wants to offer their thoughts as well. It's not. I'm not planning on doing it anytime soon. I did say when I was talking to Maya, like, I would have to do it for, like, something special. Like, I wouldn't just be, like, at a whim, like, oh, I want to do it. I feel like doing a 12-hour stream today. It would have to be for some, like, sort of milestone or something. Trying to prove you wrong? No, I'm just genuinely trying to gather feedback. Truth be told. I'm not trying to prove you wrong. Just want to see if anybody has any strong thoughts about that sort of idea. You're too sick for this, you dread thing. Oh no. Maybe take a nap. Maybe a nap might help. Or a proper snooze. Ah, bloody hell. Be your personal podcast? Yeah, that's fine. I'll make sure to keep talking about random stuff. Ah! I didn't want to use a potion. Ah. Yeah, practice my improv comedy skills. Talk about random stuff. But what would the next Pokemon game be? Like, where could it be set? So Paldea is based on, like, Spain. They've done England, they've done France. Would they do, like, an Italy Pokemon game? I don't think so. I feel like every Pokemon that would come out of an Italian-based Pokemon game would just be, like, massive stereotypes. Oh, but you know what would be great? Tangela, or Tangela, however you pronounce it, that Pokemon, would have like a spaghetti version. Another Asian game. Yeah, maybe like China or Korea could be cool. I know people have also talked about there being like an Australian Pokemon game for a while, which could be interesting. India could also be potentially interesting. I guess the thing to keep in mind is realistically we need like 100 and something like original Pokemon. So which area has the most likelihood of being able to easily generate that? Like, I think with an Australian-based Pokemon game, it would fall into the trap of, like, every Pokemon is just an animal. Which kinda isn't what you want. Because, like, there's obviously lots of animals here that they could base Pokemon on, but you want to base them on more than just animals. Like, it'd be like, oh, another koala, or a dingo Pokemon, or a redback spider, or a funnel web spider. The eastern brown snake. You know? There's gotta be more interesting stuff. China would probably be a good one. From both a potential Pokemon's perspective, because there's obviously lots of different mythologies and stuff across China. The eastern brown snake, the second most venomous snake in the world. Yes, that's true. I do love how it's this. It doesn't have like a cool name, like, you know, there's the cobra or the anaconda. I know anacondas aren't venomous, but it's a cool like snake name. And this just random snake, just the eastern brown snake, is the second deadliest snake in the world. The black mamba, yeah! Those are cool names, and then we just have eastern brown snake. You don't mess with an eastern brown snake, I'll just tell you that. Now the thing about Australia though, it's like kind of ironic, I guess. I don't know if that's the right word to use here. If you get bitten by a snake here, your odds of surviving are actually pretty good, even though the snakes are really venomous, because there's so many snakes, there's lots of anti-venom available. Like, anti-venom is very plentiful. So if you get bitten, and you're able to get medical attention reasonably quickly, you've got a very good chance of surviving. Just because of how plentiful anti-venom is. How does anti-venom even work? I know it's like, it's made from the venom, but how? Because, like, I know with vaccines, it's like a... You'd rather not get bit. That's very fair. But, like, I know with, like, vaccines or, like, stuff like that, it's like a weaker version of the virus or whatever. Your body learns how to kill that, and then it can kill the regular version of the virus. That kind of makes sense. But how does anti-venom work? It's made from the venom of the creature. How do they rework it in such a fashion that it's able to save your life? I don't understand that. I'm sure there's an explanation, but... This is why science is amazing. This is why science is confusing. I don't understand any of this stuff. I'm just a dum-dum when it comes to these things. Everything involves science. That's true. I suppose anything other than the supernatural, because the supernatural are literally things that transcend the rules of reality, I guess. But anything governed by reality is governed by science, because science is like the laws of reality. You can explain, but you don't want to type it out. Can you give me like a 3-word like summary of how anti-venoms work? Or like 10 words or less. 3 words is probably not enough. Just give me like a 10-word explanation, very briefly. It's gonna sound like a caveman message, though. If it's 10 words. It's like, Venom, bad. Make anti-venom good. Body kill Venom. Use snake venom, reverse the compound. Ah, that actually makes sense. It's like reverse engineering. You reverse engineer the venom into something else. Gotcha. So you create like a solution that neutralizes the venom. It's not that you're not curing it, you're like killing the venom with like evil venom. That makes sense. That actually makes sense. Thank you for explaining that. Yeah. That's it. That's exactly what I meant. But I said it in like caveman words. Yeah. So you find things that neutralize the venom. Got it. Chemosape. What does that mean? What is chemosape? Chemosabe. Well, what does it mean? Never mind. Oh, okay. Fair enough. Fine then, keep your secrets. Keep your secrets for now. I will look it up after the stream on google.com. I do love how when you, like, go towards, like, you can see the hill, like, deforming, because it's not properly loaded in. Even, like, from, like... It's okay, you don't have to explain it. Even from, like, here, the hill is not properly loaded in. It's only when you get closer that it actually loads in properly. Oh, Chan wrote up an explanation about the anti-venom. The poison... Make the poison married to weak poison, make them disappointment. I see. I think Maya's explanation made more sense, but thank you. I do appreciate that you took the time to write that down. Well, we'll keep going with this shiny hunt. Why not? I think I'm committed at this point to this. You just read it with half of your dead brain cells. I appreciate it all the same. I appreciate it all the same. The fact is you took time to write out a response to my ridiculous question. And that means a lot. Oh! There we go, that's the new Twitch thing. There we go. I didn't expect that, but there you go. Hey, thank you for the resub, Kizu. I put in some Twitch alerts for like hype trains, resubs, stuff like that, because they don't always work for normal stuff. Also, typically its streaming times is always around 10 AM for you. It's nighttime for me, so this is like the times when I'm free. But yeah, welcome Kizu, welcome. Yeah, my stream times are a bit, because I think you're in Europe, right, Kizu? My stream times are not good for Europeans, I don't think. That's the bottom line. But I do appreciate the resub. Ah! Nice. Says Chan, yes. "11 months is a long time, and you're 1 month away from the golden Kaz badge," which is exciting. And that's as high as it goes. There's no badge past the golden Kaz badge. I could get some more sub badges, but I think that the gold one's fine. As the final truth be told. I didn't even know what another sub badge beyond that would look like. Like, what comes after gold? I guess, like, platinum or something. But then that would just look like the silver, would it not? Then there's, like, diamond. Which... I feel like... once you go diamond, you can't, like, go further. Like, I don't think there's anywhere else to go after diamond. The ultimate dilemma. But thank you nonetheless. Alright, I don't know how much longer I'll push this, particular hunt for. I don't even know if I already have a shiny Chimecho, truth be told. I might already have one. If not in this game, maybe in Pokemon Legends. What else is big in Pokemon news? They could do another Mystery Dungeon game, I suppose. Although I feel like, generally people have moved off the Mystery Dungeon games. I think myself and probably a lot of other people only played the original two. So Red and Blue. That Explorers of Time, Darkness, Sky. I think most people played those ones, and then when the series turned 3D, I think people were turned off it a lot. And I don't think that the remakes of Red and Blue Mystery Team sold particularly well. So I don't think they'll do another Mystery Dungeon game. Pokemon Ranger? I don't think you can really do Pokemon Ranger without a touchscreen. I know that Switch does have a touchscreen, but it's not really meant for use like that. So I don't think a Mystery Ranger game is very likely. And again, I don't think that those sold particularly well. That's because that's the thing, right? Obviously, like, Nintendo's a company, so whenever we're thinking about what games could they make or stuff like that, we have to consider what's going to make them money too. So, like, a Pokemon game set in China, I think would be really good for them, because obviously that would help them capture more of the Chinese market, which is literally, like, one of the biggest in the world, if not the biggest. The same could be done with like an Indian setting Pokemon game, because obviously India is also one of the world's biggest growing markets. There's a lot of possible different ideas. But I do genuinely think that Gen 10, whatever the game is going to look like, wherever it's going to be set, I think it won't come out until the next console. And I would probably go as far as to say is that I hope it doesn't come out until the next console, because the bottom line is, like, Scarlet and Violet, as good games as they are, like, they were too ambitious for what this console is capable of. And if they're going to release Gen 10 on the same console, they're either going to have to scale back their ambition even less than what Scarlet and Violet was, or it's going to have all the same problems that Scarlet and Violet has. Neither of which is a good option. I think both options would actually be bad for Pokemon in general. Because I think we're at sort of a situation where, like, a lot of the Pokemon community hasn't been happy for a long time. Like, I feel like Gen 5 is the last, like, I don't even say it's, like, universally loved, but, like, generally speaking, people loved Pokemon Gen 5. But it wasn't universal. Even then, like, a lot of people hated, at least in the original Black and White, they were like, oh, all these Pokemon suck. There's the ice cream Pokemon and the rubbish bag Pokemon, blah, 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 blah. Then Gen 6 was the first 3D Pokemon games, and they got hate for a lot of different reasons. You know, people like, oh, the 3D models suck, or they're not as good as the 2D sprites. And Gen 7 got quite a lot of hate as well, because like, oh, these games are too handholdy, they're treat you like a child, that sort of thing. And those games had performance issues on the 3DS as well. Because they were really released like right on the tail end of the 3DS's lifespan. So those games sort of had performance issues too. Not as bad as this game, but still pretty bad. Sword and Shield, I think, overall, probably the worst received Pokemon games. Because of Dexit, mainly. You know, the Dex being basically cut in half. And not being able to have every Pokemon in the game. Now, because I think the big problem with Generation 7, Sword and Shield, it's not necessarily the fact that the Dex was cut in half, although that did upset a lot of people. I think the thing that really brought a lot of criticism was they basically lied to us, right? So they said that, like, oh, you know, we cut the amount of Pokemon so that the ones that are in will have better animations, all that sort of stuff. But then they didn't. I think the majority of Pokemon in Pokemon Gen 7, Gen 8, Sword and Shield, I'm pretty sure they've been using pretty much the same models since X and Y. This game they redid a lot of the models, but then obviously this game has performance issues as well. Okay, I'm just completely rambling off. I don't even really know what I'm talking about anymore, to be honest. I mean, look, to be fair, I think every Pokemon game has gotten hate. But definitely Gen 8 Sword and Shield had it the worst. I think that much, I think, can go without saying. And I think the gen that got the next highest amount of hate is probably Gen 9. Hey Derpy, how you doing? We're just shiny hunting Chimecho right now, and I'm just ranting on about random Pokemon topics. Yeah, well, that's good to hear, that's good to hear. Ugh. Whenever you look at the water, the game just dies. You're very excited for the DLC? Me too, me too. What are you most excited for? I think for me personally, like obviously the story and like stuff like that is going to be really good. Well, I hope it's really good. I think the big thing that I'm excited for, and I think a lot of other people too, is the starters huntable in the wild. That's going to be a game changer. I wonder if the starters are also going to be in raids at that point. Wait, what the heck? There's a cave here? What the heck? I did not know there was a cave here. Oh, it's more just like a elevator. Oh, there you go. You looking forward to shiny hunting in the new areas? Yeah, I think it's gonna be really good. But yeah, shiny hunting is gonna be awesome, especially if we actually can get the starters. Oh, that snake was glitching out a bit. Oh. Ooh, hydro pump. Less than 5 days. I know, it surprised me. Like a week ago, I out of curiosity looked up when's the DLC coming out because I had lost track, and I saw it's like oh, it's coming out in like a week. It was a very, very pleasant surprise. Oh my god, this cave goes on forever. This takes us out. Ah, it takes us all the way out this way. Alright, fair enough. Yeah, I'm only gonna be able to play it a little late, because I'm gonna be playing it at this time. So I'm gonna be a couple days late to the DLC. But I'm glad to hear that you're excited for it, Duffy. Generally speaking, I'm very optimistic. I don't think it'll be a bad DLC. Like, I think with, Teal Mask, I don't think it was amazing, but I think it was good. It was a good start. Like, the thing that I always compare, that I can compare it to is the Sword and Shield DLCs. And I think that, the Teal Mask was better than the Isle of Armor. So that's where I'm at right now. You got your first two targets in mind? Well, what are they? What are your first two shiny hunts gonna be? Because I actually don't know all the Pokemon that are coming out. Smeargle and Snivy, nice. Yeah, Smeagol is a really nice shiny. Snipey shiny is pretty good too. It's like a nice, like, almost bluish green sort of color. But Smeagol is really nice. So those are really good choices. I think for me personally, I don't even know what I want to hunt. The Gen 7 shinies would be nice. Litten, Poplio, what's his face? Rowlet, Contrary Superior. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of really interesting competitive stuff, which I'm like completely out of the loop on the competitive scene, but with all the starters coming back, there's going to be a lot of interesting competitive options opening up. And there are a few new Pokemon too, which is always exciting. And other legendaries are going to be catchable too. But I don't think it's everything. But I remember hearing somewhere that, I think Urshifu is going to be able to be caught, shiny. Which is, huge, actually. You saw a feature in the trailer? Oh, do tell, what was it? Yeah, go for it, go for it. If it was in the trailer, I'd consider it public knowledge. I did watch the trailer, but I didn't really watch it that, like, attentively, truth be told. Yeah, if it's from a trailer, that's fine. I don't consider it a leak if it's from a trailer. Or a spoiler. You can run around as your Pokemon. Really? That's cool. I must have missed that part. That sounds really cute. It's like that, oh, there was that Pokemon game where you can run around as a Pokemon. It was like, athletics. It was like Pokemon Athletics or something. Can't remember what game it was. They, like, compete in, like, you know, sprinting and that sort of stuff. But that sounds really nice. That sounds really cute. Ooh. Pokathlon, that's it. Yeah, Pokathlon, that's it. You got your team ready to go? Nice. I'm pretty much just gonna use the same Pokemon that have carried me through the rest of the game. We'll see if I need to make any adjustments. Oh. There we go, we're back. Yeah, I think my internet just pooped out for a second. You didn't miss anything, I was just running around in circles. Didn't get a shiny in the, like, 10 seconds that the internet was out. Yeah, good to hear that you're excited for it, Derpy. Yeah, at around this time next week, I'll be playing the DLC, so you're more than welcome to drop by and watch me play, I guess. I don't know how much longer I'm going to keep grinding for this Chime Echo. You're going to try doing everything in a single sitting? Good luck. I'm sure it's doable, but it'll probably take quite a while. Like, I think the DLC's story will probably... I assume it's going to be longer than the Teal Mask's story. In the same way that the Crown Tundra was longer than the Isle of Armor. I think that's a good idea, trying to get at least the story all knocked out, and then you can focus on shiny hunting and stuff like that. Teal Mask, you complete the story and almost finish the decks in one day. Nice, that's impressive. But yeah, the Teal Mask was fairly short. I do feel like this will probably be longer. But nevertheless, good luck on your attempt to rush through it. I don't think I'll rush through it. Chime Echo. Chime Echo is cute? Yes. Chime Echo is actually quite cute. Which is why I'm trying to get this, this shiny. Haven't had any luck yet, but it's okay. Yeah, I knew it was too good to be true. So I started off the stream doing a I was doing a Litwick outbreak, and I got a shiny Litwick in like 10 minutes. So I guess that was setting the stage that I wouldn't get anything else. Not like Pokemon Legends where you're constantly tripping over shinies. You've been doing the Ace Academy farming funny? Nice, nice. That's probably actually a good idea to farm up for money, because who knows, there might be something really expensive in the next DLC. That's probably the best way to farm for money, I reckon. I think you're probably on the right track there. I guess it's probably more accurate to say I can't imagine there's a better way to farm money than that. You're gonna obtain 900 plus of every buyable item in the shops. Fair enough. How'd you come up with that idea? This is like a pretty random goal. Ah, keep running into freaking Pokemon. But yeah, you would need a ton of money for that, right? Like... to go to shops for this one item that you need. I can imagine that, like, you would need a lot of money, like, because just for, like, one item, like, let's say, like, a battle item, they cost, like, at least 1k each, right? So if you want to own 900, that's, like, already $1 million. I think, or just about. You times that by, like, everything that there is. It's a lot of money. Yeah, what possessed you to even choose to undertake that challenge? How'd you come up with it? The most expensive item is 100,000 each, and you want to own 900 of it? That's like $1 billion Pokédollars. Almost $1 billion Pokédollars. That's 9 zeros. You must have some serious patience to grind out that kind of money. Just thought of it one day? Yeah, fair enough. Seemed like a good idea at the time. I suppose it's no different to me just shiny hunting. It's like, I don't have any particular goal, I've just decided, there's a Chimecho outbreak, so I'll try and get that. It's not like I'm particularly got any sort of goal in mind. Yeah, I guess the question is, how much longer do I keep going with this shiny hunt? Because I've done... I've done some shiny hunts that have gone for very long times that I've gotten no rewards from. Like, I did, I was hunting Paldea and Tauros for like 5 hours, and it just never popped. Although, to be fair, I could have easily just missed it, and I would never know. I do think that with that hunt, it probably was there. And I just missed it. The original goal was 999, but changed it because you have to use some items. I mean, like, you can repurchase them after you use them, right? So you could still go for 999. Or some items you can only get 999. Like, there's only 999 available. Let's try doing picnic resetting for a bit. Let's see if that gives us any better luck. No, it's the max number for an item. Yeah, but what I'm asking is, like... You could be up to 999 of every item. If you use it, you just rebuy it, no? If I can do the picnic on this hill, if I could do the picnic on this hill, that would probably be ideal. But it's probably too, the slope is probably too much. Yeah, this would be ideal if I could get this to work. My table might slide off. No, it won't. Okay, go back here. Alright. I have no idea if this method is better or worse. What's even spawning right now? There's like barely any Pokemon. We'll just stick with the realm method, I think, for now. Rebuying an item seems kind of annoying. No, that's fair. I get you. In the end, it's your challenge, so I guess you decide what exactly you want to make the rules, right? Are you, like, streaming it or anything, or are you just, doing it for fun, like, off-stream? Just doing it for fun? Nice, nice, nice. What's wrong with that? You don't currently stream? Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, it's probably one of the big problems, I guess, of streaming. It's like, if you start streaming, you kind of don't do a lot of that sort of stuff anymore, just for fun. Because it's always like, oh, you know, if I'm gonna do this, I may as well stream it, and then you might just not feel like streaming it. And then you just don't do it. Sort of like a double-edged sword, I don't know how to describe it. Like, once you start, if you start streaming, you want to stream, like, all these sorts of things. And so some of them naturally will just not make it, and then you just don't do, you know, some of the stuff that you may have really enjoyed or something. I don't know, I'm talking at my ass right now. For a while I was doing shiny hunts off stream. You love my avatar? Thank you, I appreciate that. I didn't make it. I had it commissioned. I was back at the stream chat. Welcome back, mate. Wait, did you just wake up from a little nap, or you just been, like, taking it easy, just listening in? You've got 9 mil? Nice. You need a lot more for that item that costs 100k. That's for sure. Like, to put it into perspective, that item that costs 100k, if you want to get 999 of it, it's 999 million, I think. He fought the Reaper, told him I was not ready to go, then rolled off the couch and stood up. My goodness. Sounds like you're having a very exciting evening. Poor Maya. Taking a nap would probably help. Or I guess probably not even a nap, it would probably be like a proper sleep. I'm still hunting Chimecho. I think I've been hunting Chimecho for like an hour and 15 minutes or something at this point. Which isn't actually that long for a shiny hunt, to be fair. That's the issue with getting a shiny really quickly in a stream. It gives you a false sense of security. Max money you can hold is 9,999,000. Oh, jeez. And hey, you know, how you doing? How goes the hunting? We got one shiny so far. We got a shiny Litwick. Now I'm trying to get a shiny Chimecho. We've been at it for a while, without terribly much luck. The soles of your feet and palms are cold. Your skin is colder than usual. Paper man. Oh no. Do you have like something warm that you can drink? That's like a thing, right? Like sweating out a fever? Or am I crazy? Is that like a myth? Like, can you make yourself some, like, sweating out a fever is a thing? Okay. That's good. Can you make yourself like a hot soup or like ramen or something like that? I'm just trying to think of ideas. I know nothing about these things, really. I am but a humble Twitch streamer. Needs more than soup, you love ramen. There you go. Oh, that's a cute emote. Pikachu eating ramen. Whose emote is that? Pika ramen. Oh, it's like a Twitch emote, is it? You ordered chicken soup and rice. That's good. That'll help. Replace the electrolytes. You'll be sweating out. I've heard of electrolytes. Weren't we just talking about electrolytes like a day or two ago, Maya? With we were talking about it. Was it with Rem and Chan, or was it just us two? I can't remember. I remember the conversation did come. Sports drinks. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about it last time. Yes. Now I remember. On the stream we did. Isotonic drinks, yes. Sports drinks, vitamin water. This is a new stream category. Twitch plays helping people get over their bouts of illness. It's like when they did the thing where Twitch was playing a Pokemon game. And they were like, they had to argue over which button press was going to be made. You should indoor slippers. Yeah, your apartment is fully tiled. Must be so cold. Goodness. Do you have any socks or something? Like, I know socks wouldn't help that much, but they probably help a little bit. Like, it would still be cold, but it's, like, slightly less cold. Yes, the thing about tiles. Like, tiles are easy to maintain, for the most part, but they're very cold. You can't find your socks? Oh, no. Oh, no. Your socks are in your car? What good are they in there? Why do you keep your socks in your car? Why? This doesn't make sense. Why would you keep your socks in your car? Your shoes are there, so it's convenient when a change of shoes is needed. Fair enough. You can also chalk it up to delusions based on a fever. Yeah, Fever Brain was like, yeah, let's leave the socks in the car. That's a good idea. What causes fevers? Is it a virus? Ah, yeah, you took them out to wash them. That makes sense. No. Now I get it. Now I get it. It's a virus or a bacterial infection. Okay. It happens when there's an infection. Oh, goodness. And the fever is like your body trying to, like, destroy something, right? Like, the fever, it's not like it's the virus / infection causing that. It's your body's reaction to the thing inside you, if I'm not mistaken. Indeed? Okay, thank you. Yeah. I'm not very educated when it comes to these things. But my big strength is I'm not afraid to ask questions if I don't know something. Even if it makes me look like an idiot. Sometimes when you exercise too much, your body is tired and so it may cause a fever as well. Interesting. I don't think I've ever been in this situation where I've over-exercised. It's your body's way of telling you to slow down. That makes sense. Yeah, I don't think I've ever exercised to the point where my body has, like, broken down. I think the worst I've had from exercise is, like, muscle soreness for, like, a couple weeks. And that's caused by a buildup of, like, acid or something, isn't it? I can't remember. There are some things that I know nothing about, and there are some things that I've heard things about, and I don't know whether they're true or not. Very rarely do I know something for certain. But you know what they say, curiosity killed the cat. And I am a very curious cat. Damn. This outbreak just refuses to pay out. After 3 weeks of non-stop work, your end of your project is now ready to be shared. That's awesome. It's always nice to have a big project come to fruition. Like when I was working on my shiny female combi. That was something, alright. It was like 20 something hours or 30 hours. I think it was close to 30 hours of raw footage, and it ended up being like a 15-minute YouTube video. That was a project. Yours isn't a video? Ooh, okay. Was it is it related to the law stuff that you've been working on? I'm assuming it is. Indeed. Yeah, nice. That's exciting. But yeah, congratulations. Sounds like you put a lot of work into it. It's a bit more interactive. Hey, that's good. Yeah, the most that I can commit to when it comes to major projects is videos. I don't have the skills to make anything more complex than that. You should be proud of yourself. It takes a lot of commitment to put together a major project. Yeah. Well, you know what they say, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, so... You can't get anywhere without taking that first step, so... Every goal is a major achievement. This Kuroneko just refused the shine. Shine for me, Kuroneko. Shine for me. Oh! No, it wasn't a shiny. That one just spawned right next to me. Hopefully Kuroneko doesn't have like a move where he can knock himself out. That'd be devastating. He shouldn't, I don't think. But you never know when it comes to these sorts of Pokemon. He could have like Memento or something, right? I hope not. Hey, Kitu, how you doing? Are you hyped for DLC Part 2? Yes, I'm very excited. That's why I just had to rush back into Pokemon Violet in preparation for it. I'm very, very excited. It's been a little while. Hope you've been doing okay. Ah. Surviving? Hey, sometimes that's all that we can do is just hang in there. But good to hear that you've been hanging in there. There's no shame in just surviving sometimes, you know? Sometimes that's the best we can do, is just hanging in there. So good on you for keeping up the good fight. You've beat the current 2 raid events? What, the Dialga and Palkia? No, I haven't. This is like the first time that I've played the game in quite a while. I got the Darkrai, I got the Lucario, and then pretty much I booted up the stream. I haven't touched the game in a while. I might do the raids at some point, but not today. I think today I'm just really focusing on doing some shiny hunts. Either way, like it's not like I don't have Dialga and Palkia. They're not that bad, but they can catch you off guard. I mean, I imagine Dialga can't be too difficult. You probably just use Iron Hands against Dialga, right? Actually, Iron Hands is probably alright against both of them. Just use, Belly Drum. Oh my goodness! Hey, Fluffy, thank you for the raid. Welcome, welcome. It's been a while. Hello, Kawu. Hello, Silver. Hello, Ruddy. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for the head pats, Kawu. What were you up to today, Fluffy? Doing some art. Hey, very nice. It's been a while, I feel like. But hopefully you've been doing well, and thank you for the raid, it means a lot. You're like, hey, Harold, welcome. Good to see you, Harold. Goodness me. So for those who don't know me, I'm Kaz the Cat. Nice to meet you. We're just doing some shiny hunting today. Yeah. Oh, come on, come on. Thank you for rating me. It means a lot. What were you getting up to drawing today? Ah. You just got home? It's good, Harold. Welcome back. Just drawing Yelan? I'm not sure how to pronounce it. From Genshin. Nice. I've never played Genshin, so that name doesn't mean terribly much to me, but that's awesome. Hopefully, hopefully you enjoyed doing that. Yeah. There was a point where I was thinking about playing Genshin, and I was just like, do I really want to go into the money sink? Nah. Like from the gameplay I've seen, it actually looks genuinely quite fun, but I also don't want to like get sucked into the gacha stuff. But the art is really cool. I like all the designs and stuff. The thing that blows my mind with Genshin is that it's like a mobile game. Like that's the thing that's crazy. Like how's it so well optimized for phones? Like I'm playing the perfect example of this, right? This is a game that's designed for a AAA company, by a AAA company, for a high-end, relatively high-end console. It's not as powerful as a PC, for instance. But... and this game runs like poop. And yet Genshin runs really well on mobile phones. How does that make sense? Genshin looks way better than this game. Is it okay if I DM you something this week or next week? Yeah, why not? If you need to share something with me, that's fine. I hope it's not something like bad. But yeah, you're more than welcome to DM me. Ah. Used to play Genshin on a Samsung, it's really buggy. Is it as buggy as this game? Oh, to the point where you can't play. Okay, so this game isn't quite that bad. You can usually play this game. It just lags a lot. Game Freak can't design an optimized engine? Yeah. I feel like a lot of Pokemon games have had that sort of issue. Oh god, it's... And here's another, like, case in point example. It just started raining, the frame rate is just dropping. You know, better phone so it runs really well. Oh, that's good, Harold, that's good. You gotta head to bed? No worries, Fluffy. Thank you for rating me. It really does mean a lot. Take care and sleep well. Sweet dreams. I hope your dreams are full of 5-star Genshin pools. I think that's something that happens in Genshin, right? Just don't put all the graphics on high or very high. Yeah. Just imagine in a waterfront battle with 6 Moltres like was possible in X and Y. I don't think, like, the game can barely handle 2v2s, honestly. So a 3v3 would be, not very good. Something that I wouldn't mind seeing come back would be like those group encounters or horde encounters, whatever they're called, like the 5v1 battles. That would be cool. How many shinies have you got? I've only gotten 1 today so far. I got it in the first 15 minutes, and then I've been doing this hunt ever since. Yeah. That's just how it is sometimes. Yes, the luck ran out very fast. When I got the shiny very quickly, in my mind, I didn't say it at the time, But I knew, in my mind, I was like, okay, this is really either going to be a really plentiful shiny stream, we're going to get a lot of shinies, or that is going to be like the only shiny that we get. That's just the nature of shiny hunting in this game. It's boom or bust. You either get lots, or you get none. I don't use sandwiches, which doesn't help, but... Because really, if you really want lots of shinies in the game, you need to use sandwiches, but I can't be bothered making them. The stream isn't ended yet, that's true. I don't know how long I'll go for, but we'll see. I kind of went into the stream without any real plan. Alright, you know what, let's pivot. Let's pivot for now. We'll come back to this outbreak, let's do a different one. Let's go do, Geodude. Geodude. You can do it, yeah. Alright, this outbreak I'm not going to grind, I'm just going to clear the outbreak. So the difference between clearing an outbreak and grinding an outbreak, if you are clearing an outbreak, you just kill all of the Pokemon. If you get a shiny in that process, great, and if not, it is what it is. Grinding an outbreak means you stick with it until you get a shiny. That's the difference. Okay, where are these guys? Yeah, so I'm just gonna clear this outbreak. If we get a shiny, we get a shiny. If not, meh. Where is Geodude? Is he on top of this cliff? Where is this outbreak at? I heard a Geodude a second ago. Oh, don't tell me you're inside the cliff. No, you're not inside the cliff. I know I heard a Geodude a second ago. This game has auto hunt. Kinda. You can just send out your Pokemon, but they don't really like. Okay, I'll send out my Pokemon and just let it do its thing. It'll kill this Poochyena, that Poochyena, and then it's just gonna stand there. If I'm lucky, it might run into something else, but it's not gonna do it. So the game doesn't really have auto hunt. Like, it technically could have auto hunt, but the Pokemon's AI isn't sophisticated enough to make it happen. Yeah, so you need to keep telling it what to do. So it has the capacity to auto hunt. Oh, it's inside this cave. Oh my god, that's the freaking void right there. Yeah, again, it's not that it won't attack other Pokemon, it could attack other Pokemon. But they have to be right next to it. Where are all these Pokemons at? There's not much space for my Pokemon, really? It's not sufficient enough to call it an auto hunt. Yeah, pretty much. this? Ariados. I mean, if they're going to be spawning one at a time, this isn't going to be much of a hunt. I think it's because it's still got all the enemies outside loaded, so they can't actually spawn. Wow, they really are just going to spawn one at a time, huh? Okay, if I stand in this corner, it spawns one, but that's not really handy. You see, even though he's right next to it, he's not killing it. Is it a main herald? Like, technically, this could be an auto hunt. Oh, and then he just despawns. Okay, I'm at least getting... Okay. Oh, I think maybe I have to stand in this corner. There we go. There we go. Okay, now it's sort of working, but he's going to teleport back any second. See? This could totally be an auto hunt. Where are you going, brother? My man was flying. I hear the Geodude sounds. Where are the Geodudes? So if I stand in this corner, does more spawn? No, not really. It seems it's still kind of random. But it does spawn on more. There's definitely some that are spawning. Is there maybe another cave? Maybe there's another cave. Because I can hear them, but I can't see them. There's another cave. This cave is way too far. There's no way this could be connected, right? Oh, this isn't even really a cave. It's just a hole. Okay, so we're looking for an orange Geodude. That's what shiny Geodude looks like. Instead of being brown. Definitely hear them, but I don't know where the hell they're spawning. Let's try something different. Let's try a different outbreak. Dude, it's a bit scuffed. Pseudo Widow. Let's go back to Chimiko for a bit. Then maybe we can head to Paldea proper and see if we can do some shiny hunting there. let's just get back to Chanako, I think. It's a pity, because there were 2 outbreaks here that I actually wouldn't mind doing. So Geodude, and there was also a Ralts outbreak. But they're both, they're both in areas where, like, nothing's spawning. Like, at least with this Chimecho outbreak, there's a lot spawning, so there's good chances to actually get the shiny. But if nothing spawns, it's, like, way too time-consuming. But, you know, such is life. Yeah, but there actually is one shiny hunt that I'm aware of that you actually can grind it, like it's an auto grinder. It's shiny Applin, the apple worm bug Pokemon thing. There's a particular place where you can completely auto hunt for the shiny. So basically you send out your Pokemon, it knocks Applin out of the tree. If it's a regular Applin, it'll kill it. And if it's the shiny, it'll teleport back to you. But it's like a very niche situation. And it's only because the Applin keeps spawning infinitely. Like, as soon as you kill one, a new one spawns. Something tells me that this is just not meant to be, this Chimecho. I'll give it until 10 past 10. So we got 6 minutes, and then we're just going to clear the outbreak. Move on to something else. Actually, you know what? Let's just clear the outbreak. Who knows? Maybe it'll spawn in these last few moments. through this outbreak, and then we'll move on to Aldea itself and see what outbreaks are there. I think hunting an outbreak for close to 2 hours is good enough. We get it, we get it. If not, that's okay. Bit of a random comment, but I think Cerulege and Armor Rouge are probably the most disappointing shinies in this generation. Golden goes pretty bad too. All three genuinely really cool Pokemon, but their shinies just suck. Yeah, for me the worst type of shinies are the ones that barely change. I can deal with the radioactive green shinies, especially now they actually look alright in the current game engine. But the shinies that don't, they're like, are barely different, are just so horrible. Ooh, indeedy. There's some nice shinies here. Could do a Flabébé hunt. Indeedee is definitely a good one. Greavard. Sorry, Houndstone. Houndstone. Greavard is the baby. Houndstone is the evolution. Have I done enough battles for you? I don't think I have. I've defeated one trainer. Yeah, I don't really battle the trainers in this game. I've barely touched the trainer battles. I don't know, I mean, since it's not forced, there's just, like, not really an incentive to do them. Especially considering that you can just get tons of XP just by grinding outbreaks like this. There's not really any reason to battle trainers. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I think Shiny Indeedee is pink? That between wild battles and raid battles, there's no need to battle trainers. Yeah, very true, Kitsu, very true. Yeah, since they're not required, it's really just like, you don't need to. Maya, hello, welcome back. I gave up on Chimeco. We're trying Indeedee now. We cleared the Chimeco outbreak, yeah. What's with that, what's with that look? What's that emote called? It's a very cute emote. You never left, okay. Well, welcome back to the chat, I guess. You were here the whole time? That's good. Panda Mouse Mousehold, yeah. Again, it's one of those shinies that's like exactly the same. Well, hopefully you're feeling a little better, Maya. Are you two eating fruits? What did you have in your hands? Oh, that one down there is glitching out. Do you see that? Oh, it's shaking, it's vibrating, it's trying to break the fourth dimension. stopped vibrating. Dondozo's a good shiny. Yeah, Dondozo's a great shiny. I think I've got a couple shiny Dondozos. I got one, it was off stream, I was actually trying to get it. And I think I got one on stream when I was trying to get something else, just randomly. But it's a really nice shiny. Yeah, the yellow and white is really nice. Sure. Tell me something, but you'll tell me later you don't want to drive me away from the main context of the stream. You can, like, it's just a shiny hunt stream. There's nothing, like, too deep happening. Hot dog. Hot dog indeed. Yeah, anything, pretty much anything goes in conversation in these streams. It's not like I'm, like, focusing on anything. I'm just mindlessly battling. The inside of your lip. Oh no. Poor Maya. Yeah, the inside of your mouth. Not your specific mouth, just the collective your mouth. Everybody's mouth, I guess. It's not specific to you. I lost what I was saying. The inside of mouths are very sensitive, and if you bite something, it hurts a lot, yes. Do you have a team or strat, or will you just play it in a pretty standard way? Yeah, pretty much just gonna play it, like, with, like, the same team as everything else. I don't have any, like, particular strategy. I've heard that it's gonna be mostly double battles, so I might have to do a little bit of strategizing, but I don't have any particular, like, any particular approach to it, no. I'm really just gonna play it, see how it goes. If I have to fix up my team or anything, I can do it as I go. I'm not gonna go out and, like, you know, try and craft, like, the perfect team or something. It's not really the way I play Pokemon. It's just me. You made a team to make things more interesting. That's fair. I respect that. Yeah, I'm always, like, biting the inside of my mouth. And then it hurts for, like, a few days. So I can totally relate to where you're coming from, Maya. For me. Hey Mezzo, enjoy looking. Hello. A wild mezzo appeared. I think a wild mezzo crashed my game. Oh, there we go. That was very unusual. Game just like completely locked up for like 10 seconds. It's okay, it didn't crash, it didn't crash. You're trying to chew your food, miss the food, and bit into your lower lip. Nah, it happens 100% to me sometimes. Hey Luffy, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Whenever I read Mezzo's chat messages, I read them in Maximilian Pegasus' voice after that time that I heard you do an impression of Pegasus. That's just how you sound to me in my head, Mezzo. Maya-chan. Pats for mine. I respect this message. You made a mono ice team. Oh goodness. Yeah, good luck with that. Yeah, so for those who aren't like super aware, the ice type is pretty much regarded as the worst type in Pokemon. You have a lot of weaknesses. Not very many strengths. You don't really have a lot of good Pokemon either. Especially if it's just mono ice, so you don't even have like, you know, you couldn't use like, for instance, Articuno or Kyurem or something like that. Yeah. That'll definitely be a challenge for you, so best of luck with that. Ice Ice Baby, indeed. I don't know how I feel about that song. I think I don't like it. But I'm not sure. Oh, at least one type being ice. I thought you meant it was like exclusively ice type Pokemon. It's like Cryogonal and are there even a lot of just pure ice types? I know Cryogonal is one. Regice. So Titan, Glaceon, yeah, that's true. Don't be like me, all water type, wet. Fair enough, so fair enough. Avalugg, Beartick. Yeah, I'm pretty sure those are both also mono ice. Is the Titan really pure ice? I don't know why I thought it was like dual typed. Yeah, it must be, Yeah, so between those four Regice and Cryogonal, I guess you do have a team. Not a great team, but... it's a team nonetheless. You're not worried about fire with Snow, Aurora Veil, Ninetales, Slush, Rush, EQ, Sir Titan. I don't know what half of that means, but I'm glad to hear that you're not worried about the fire types. I know Aurora Veil. I use Aurora Veil all the time in Pokemon Unite. With my Alola Ninetales. It's very overpowered. Yeah, at least with this outbreak, we're getting a lot of possible encounters. I feel like this is the sort of one where you really want to use picnic resetting. But I don't think there's a good spot to picnic reset. Because all this area is sloped to heck. I mean, we can try, but... yeah. Yeah, nah. I don't think... maybe down here would work? Nah. If we go any further down, it's too far from the outbreak. Snow is the weather. Aurora Bale gives both screens. Slush Rush is chlorophyll, but for snow instead of sun. EQ is earthquake. Ah. Thank you for clearing all that up. Hey, Dick Swagger, thanks for the follow. Do I not have the... stuff's supposed to get thrown in my head when people follow, but it's not working for some reason. Weird. Yes, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. It definitely does sound like you've got at least the fire types under wraps. And steel as well. Do you have anything that can deal with fighting types? Because I feel like fighting types are probably a big threat. Team is Ninetales to Titan, Frostlass, Baxcalibur, Abomasnow, Weavile. Well, Frostlass would be good against fighting types. Well, at least she avoids being hurt by fighting types. The only things you can't super effectively hit are Bug and Normal. I mean, Bug is another pretty bad type, so you probably shouldn't have to worry about Bug too much. Normal could be annoying, because normal Pokemon are usually quite tanky. Now that I think about it, the fact that the type is called normal type, doesn't that imply that every other Pokemon type is, like, abnormal? Yeah, well, it's that one. Why are they even called normal type Pokemon? Like, what does it even really mean if it's normal type? A more accurate name would be neutral. Yeah. I guess. As in, it doesn't have any other, like, distinguishing characteristics, but I don't know. Like, that makes sense, but then, like, a lot of normal types are, like... they're dual types. Like Litleo and Pyroar. They're normal fire. So they're not really, like, neutral or typeless. They're fire types. Big stretch. I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking this. Overthinking a video game that's just as old as I am, just about. Remember Gen 6 when all Pokemon weak to fighting were suddenly strong against it? That's the thing? Where did that happen? Oh, fairy type. Yeah. Yeah, because a lot of normal types pick up the fairy type, that's true. I don't mind the fairy type. I know it's quite strong, like, overall, but I don't mind it at all. I wonder if they're gonna add in a new type at some point. The cool fairy line, for example, yeah. If they were gonna add in another Pokemon type, what would it be? I think it's been like sort of discussed a bunch. I've seen like people say like a machine type or like a sound type. All sorts of really weird options. I've also seen light as opposed to dark. Adding in a new Pokemon type would be interesting, but obviously it would make, you know, everyone has to relearn everything again. Something that I'm definitely surprised they didn't do in this game was they didn't add another Eevee. I was very confident they would add in another Eevee evolution. They didn't. I don't know. Am I crazy for thinking that would have made sense? I don't know, maybe. I could easily see a steel type or a fighting type Eevee. Bug type Eevee even maybe? Those ones that immediately jump out to me as potential. me? How'd I get into this fight? I caught you off guard. I didn't catch you off guard, you caught yourself off guard. You always have to look with this Pokemon, because its shiny is literally its hammer is just a different color. Like, the Pokemon itself doesn't actually change color. Same with Kamala. I think those are the worst type of Pokemon. The type of Pokemon where, like, something they're holding changes color instead of the actual Pokemon. Definitely right next to that other Pokemon that like Garchomp or Ceruledge, Armarouge, the Pokemon whose shiny is like not even really different at all. Those are very much bad shinies. There were the 3 originals, then Gen 2 added the next 2. Glaceon and Leafeon were in Gen 4. Sylveon was in Gen 6. Could have made sense to add some more. Yeah. It definitely like felt like the right time, and also the fact that, you know, potential spoilers, I guess, so if you haven't played through all of Pokemon Scarlet Violet and don't want to hear a spoiler, just block your ears for 20 seconds. Especially considering that Penny was in the game and her whole shtick was that she used tons of Eevees. It would have made sense for her to have a new Eevee. There's only pairs with less than half the types that currently exist. Yeah, they could go in a lot of directions with Eevee, but whether they will or not, I don't know. Remains to be seen. Well, I say it remains to be seen, but it looks like it's like, no, they will not. I think at one point when I was younger, I genuinely thought that they would eventually have an Eevee for every type, but it looks like they're just not going to do that. Could also be interesting if Eevee had like a normal type evolution. So like, obviously it would be no longer Eevee, it'd be something else, but it retains the normal type. That could be cool. Kind of surprising for a Pokemon with volatile DNA. Yeah. I do definitely think it was a good time for it. Maybe Gen 10 they'll add another one. Maybe they're preparing us a big surprise with Gen 10. Jokingly talked about an Eevee evolution called Evion. I mean, it makes sense. It fits with the naming criteria. I mean, I guess you never know. There was the Dunsparce, so I guess anything's possible, right? 3-segment da-da-dan sparse. It's almost kind of a shame that it's not like its own Pokemon. 3-segment one. I wouldn't be surprised if it was originally going to be like a... Oh, Dunsparce evolves into Dunsparce, and then Dunsparce evolves into Dunsparce. I could have seen that at some point, and then maybe somebody at like the studio is like, nah, let's just keep it at one evolution, make the other one form. Man. Where's this shiny at? The voice of reason got sick and Toad's Cool and Toad's Cruel were made. I don't mind Toad's Cool and Toad's Cruel. Like, sure, they're really goofy looking, but I don't think they're bad Pokemons. I do think they both also have really good shinies. So that's something that they've got going for them. They're fine, but shouldn't they have been forms? As opposed to separate Pokemon? I guess? Maybe? I guess it's the same as, Wug Trio, right? Wiglet and Wug Trio. Like, they could have probably been forms as well. But I think they're going towards that, like, direction of the, what are they called? Like, convergent Pokemon. As opposed to just having regional forms. Your point stands to them too. No, it's a very fair point. I guess they really are forms, but they're also... like... It's hard to explain. Because they are forms, really. But the game classifies them, I guess, as not being forms, as being separate Pokemon. So it's like a distinction on the developer's side, not on our side as players. Alright, let's just clear this outbreak. I'll run away one more time, do another quick reset, and then we'll just clear the outbreak. Typing is indeed anyway. It's normal psychic, I think, right? Ones who have no business being separate, Wooper and Clodsire. Now, Wooper is definitely a form. Clodsire is, it's the same as the Legends Arceus Pokemon. Like, it's like a new evolution twist or something like that. Because Clodsire is like actually a totally different Pokemon. It is normal psychic, okay, thank you. I was trying to figure out like why my attacks are doing regular instead of super effective. It's because of the normal type. The normal type counters my ghost type. There we go, Pokemon from the outbreak dispersed. Any shinies? Nope, 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 nope. Alright, we're gonna do one more outbreak. Not gonna bother with Floette, I don't think. Hoppip? Nah. We'll go for a... That's if this outbreak even works. This outbreak might be another glitched one. I have a bad feeling this is going to be a glitchy outbreak. Whenever they're like near cliffs and stuff, it always gets a bit funky. Alright, and we're just going to clear this outbreak. I'm not going to grind this. Houndstone shiny is it's like a golden yellowy sort of color instead of this like white and blue. We know the reason why the glitchy outbreaks the walls are hollow this ground to the side. Yes, that's correct. Makes you wonder why they did it like that. I guess it was just easier for them to program. Kind of dirty yellowy brown. Gotcha. That's okay, I knew what you were saying. Ah! I wasn't expecting them to attack. I didn't realize they were actually kind of aggressive. Yeah, Houndstone's a nice Pokemon. I like Houndstone a lot. I like Greavard's design more. But Houndstone's actually quite strong. It tells me it might just be the one shiny today. shiny. Hey, what's the winner? This loon is level 96. Oh, come on. Bloody low kicks. I could see that I was gonna get dragged immediately into another fight. Floet is a bit hard to tell it's shiny. It's like its body, instead of being green, is like a purplish sort of color. It's a nice shiny, but it's a bit hard to tell. Give us a shiny in the last few minutes. Oh, there's bloody a star that gives me to think that a shiny houndstone spawn. It's almost the right color. Cute doggo? Yeah, they are really cute actually. I do think that Grieve Art is cuter, but Houndstone's also quite cute. It's a very shaggy sort of dog. As soon as I ran away from the battle, I saw him running towards me. I knew we would get dragged into another fight. Yeah, it's Lucha. He has nothing to do with this, he just was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Outbreak, Disperse. Handstand, no wonder when you move around. Oh! Shiny! Hey, I was not expecting that. That was I was literally about to end the stream and say we just got one. We just happened to stumble into one. Wow, there we go. Alright, well, you know what? That's a nice way to sign off the stream. Just a completely unsolicited, unhunted, shiny Floette. It's a nice shiny, actually. It's actually a really nice shiny. But it was that completely caught me off guard. I was not expecting that at all. Well, that's really the best way to wrap up the stream. We may not have gotten the Chimecho in particular. I was really keen for, but we didn't get it. That's okay. We may not have gotten the Chimecho, but we got two other shinies. We got a Litwick. God, that took me a couple tries. We got a Litwick and a Floette, which is very exciting. Alright, we'll travel back to Kitakami. This is like my new base of operations. Where I start my my game. No, wait, I think we should make our base operations the normal Paldea, right? Because we're probably gonna have to... I mean, I don't know. I assume... No, we'll go back to normal Paldea. I assume that when the DLC comes out, it will be starting in Paldea, and they'll be like, oh, you have to go to this person and talk to them to travel to the new DLC. So that makes sense. Cool. So, yeah, we'll wrap it up there. So just under 3 hours is a pretty good length to go for. Cool. So we got 2 shinies today. We got a shiny Litwick, and I'll show them off as well. Shiny Litwick, very cute, and shiny Floette, which was literally completely unexpected. And Maya, here are your Eevees, all shiny. So you just need to claim them. Alrighty. So we'll wrap up the stream there. Cool. So thank you for joining me on yet another shiny hunt. We did get 2 in the end, which is like what I aim for. I aim for at least 2 whenever I do one of these shiny hunts. So we got it. We got 2. So I'm very pleased with that. Cool. So we'll wrap it up there. So thanks for joining me today, and I'll catch you all next time when we start the DLC. Should be a good time. I'll see you there. Bye-bye.